First flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Alright, we're back.
Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
For those who don't know, I was streaming for like 18 minutes and then just restarted the stream. That's why I says be right back instead of starting soon. But we finna redo our little intro and just do the stream like this. Oh, here we go. Alright. I figured I'd just start the stream over instead of having y'all sitting here for a hot minute. But for those who don't know, last time we left off, we almost broke our neck on the beach. We picked up Shadowheart. We raided a crypt, fought a bunch of skeletons, found an empty sarcophagus, pulled this motherfucker Gale out of a portal, saved his life, pulled this stubborn motherfucker out of a cage. And yeah, if you played this game before, you know why I called her stubborn. If this is like your first time playing this game or your first time seeing Lae'Zel's character, then you're probably confused as to why I haven't killed her yet. But you know, we finna work with it. You know, we can work something out. Right before I ended our last stream, I distinctly remember my character saying they heard shouting up ahead. So, you know, we finna go see what's cracked. Yeah. It's never good when the game saves automatically.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No!
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
And now you see how there's suddenly just a goblin right here. Like you was nowhere to be found. Now there's a goblin here. Yes, stream elements. I am live streaming Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I can keep it simple. Sneak attack. Oh yeah, that's right. My sneak attacks are starting to kick in. Alright, so now that I have sneak attacks, finally escaped for the week. Escape! It's definitely been a rough several everythings for everybody I know. I guess I want to try cross fingers again. Let's try that. First level spell. Nothing too crazy. Tempestuous flight. So now I can fly past any enemy I want without provoking an attack of opportunity. So I am going to fly down here, right behind all of these goblins. Yeah, let me do something real quick. Let's see options. Oh nah, okay. So I'm gonna turn that off. That way I can make this more cinematic for y'all. Because I noticed that a lot of times the camera will automatically move to where my character was, but it won't follow them when they're flying. I'd rather just get the above view and effectively move the camera so that y'all can see. So let me reload this autosave real quick. Let's see how combat looks when the camera is. I didn't realize the emojis from the Pokemon community game actually showed up on stream. That's funny. All right, so I don't need these, at least not right now. Close that. So let's see. Let's see what happens when we initiate combat with these new camera
Open the
settings.
bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates!
Y'all notice this game doesn't have like the extremely over-polished graphics that a lot of AAA games have nowadays, but yet this game like absolutely crushed Call of Duty 6 and Call of Duty 7.
Shit! Form a line!
Me,
Damnable
stupid.
roach. Provoke the blade.
Ah.
And suffer its sting.
Alright, so let's see what combat looks like when I can just control the camera without too much trouble. So if I remember this correctly, my Murderous Slayer form is here, so I'm gonna set this as my sneak attack. And then I'm going to switch this one out with this one. And switch this one out with this one. So regular attack, sneak attack, Slayer form, all of that. Let's see. Don't need that for this. The only drawback is I might need to. I'm gonna swap this one out because tempestuous magic, like whenever I activate certain abilities, this space right here could be better used for some of those abilities. So I'm gonna save the Murderous Slayer form for later, much later in the game. All right, so let's do this tempestuous magic. First, I remember I used crossed fingers to get that first bit of damage off. So let's do level 1 cross fingers. Okay, that's good. I like this a lot better because instead of switching the camera to go behind the person, it just kind of zooms in on the scene and you can actually see the attack get off. So now I'm gonna fly over here. You see how my character look? I love that effect. it's multiple different effects from different types of flight, right? They didn't just do it, you know, one size fits all. If you have wings, your flight looks a bit different. Actually, let me see if I have another type of flight. Oh no, I don't have the other type of flight listed on my shits yet because I switched out. Um, you know what? So I'll just do it after combat. I'll show you what the other type of flight looks like after combat so that we don't gotta go back. So let's do this. Let's fly down here. All right, hold up. I thought I changed. Auto rotate camera, follow flying creatures. Oh, really? I thought it would actively follow them as they were flying, but it doesn't even do that. All right, let's try this again. All right. This time I'm not gonna sit through the cutscene though. I'm just gonna skip the cutscene. As I go through all of these different settings, I'm trying to perfect it so that I can just stream without having to change anything in the middle of my stream. Let's get through this cutscene real quick.
Open! What? Cannon!
Damnable and suffer.
All right. So first we got this enemy right here. I like the cross fingers, so I'm gonna stick with that for the time being. And I can actually hit both of them at the same time, so let's do that. All right, I did 17 damage, which isn't bad for a first level spell. We love to see it. Tempestuous flight. Please, for the love of God, don't swing the fucking camera around. See? Now I'm confused because why does it... Okay, so these are definitely the camera options, but it's like... So what the fuck is it? What is it controlling? What the fuck? So what is it controlling when I'm doing that? I'm confused. Like am I tripping? Like y'all can see that it's doing pretty much the same thing every time, right? I'm not tripping, am I? Like I know I have ADHD, but I can't, this can't be that small brain of a moment. Let's do this one more time.
Open! What? Cannon!
Damn and suffer.
Okay, so first we finna use this first level, blah blah blah. We go for that. Then we fly. But it's not following the person. What the fuck is what is it changing? Like, I can't, nah. I'm about to go find a mod specifically for that. Like, I'm really about to crash out. What the fuck is the camera changing? What are the camera options changing? So measurement. So follow flying creatures. When I turned this on and used the flight option, it didn't follow me. All it did was pan the camera to where my character was before they flew, pan the camera out, and then pan the camera back to where they were before they flew. So let's see what happens when I turn it off again. Cause I know I'm not tripping.
Open
Like,
the bloody gate!
What?
Got it!
Damn them and suck.
all right, so let's try this one more time. Cause I really will full screen my camera and just chill with y'all on a full screen camera option until I find okay, so this is the tempestuous flight. This is where it ended up. Right, so this is the other flight option. This is the Zeus demigod flight option. So now I done turned the shit off, right? I done turned it off. So your idea of following a character during their flight is moving the fucking camera over to where they were before they started flying, then panning the camera out so you can see them land, but then panning the camera back to where they were before they started flying. And when I turn it off, you pan the whole camera out instead of like panning the camera to where they are. You just pan the whole camera out, watch them fly without moving the camera, and then when they're done flying, you just pan the camera in a little bit, and then that's just it. That's I like a lot of things about this game, but I'm gonna be real. That's one of the dumbest, most frustrating things I've seen in a game in a minute. It's just one of them nitpicks that's like, out of all the things you dropped the ball on, the camera options should have been the least of my concerns as a player. And I feel like this is gonna get on my nerves a lot as I'm like flying and trying to show y'all different moves and shit. But we finna, roll tide. We finna just, it is what it is. I'm gonna try to keep it from ruining my fucking experience. Cause I really hate the idea of trying to show y'all something for the cinematics, like, oh, this shit looks so fucking cool, and then the camera does some goofy ass fucking swing shit, because even though you turned off all of the damn dynamic camera options, it's going to keep doing little shit with the camera anyway. Like, bitch, stay still. Matter of fact, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm going on Nexus right now to find a different mod for this shit. Because you really got me fucked up if you think I'm finna play this game. And it's weird because I didn't really notice this the first couple times I was playing, because I was playing on PS5. But since I switched to PC, it's like I'm in that state of mind where I feel like I should have a lot more control over my gameplay experience. So the fact that I can't control the fucking camera to just keep the shit still, like no shimmying, no shaking, no fucking, what is it called? The panning in, panning out, like no zooming in, zooming out, none of that shit. Just keep the camera steady so that people who are watching my stream can actually see what the fuck is happening. Because whenever you move the camera, right, even if you have a decent connection, sometimes it runs the risk of dropping the frame rate for like a split fucking second when you're watching it on stream. So I'll be able to see everything perfectly fine because my shit is on ultra settings and high settings. But the moment you start translating that shit to Twitch through like Streamlabs or whatever OBS program you're using, you're liable to come across a couple of problems. And I really, really fucking hate the idea, from the bottom of my soul. I do. I hate the idea of trying to show y'all some shit and y'all just don't see it because the fucking camera did some goofy ass shimmy shit. Like, a lot of times y'all be missing them first several hundred frames of animation that be, popping up when my character be flying or when I be doing attacks and shit. it's like, nah, we're not dealing with this. All right, so let's see what we got. Native camera tweaks. Okay. All right, gets rid of the annoying camera move from projectile attack and spells. Thank you. Okay, camera mod. All right, so let's see if this camera mod works out. All right, that's one camera mod downloaded. Let's look at the other one. All right, so we override the zoom. I think I'm gonna try the second one I found first. What is this? Hmm. Okay, so why would you make a mod like this if it couldn't be handled with Mod Manager? That's kind of dumb. Mod Manager is significantly better than a lot of the others. Uh, I hate when people do this. Why didn't you just make it compatible with Mod Manager? That doesn't make any sense to me. Reverse engineer the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna just install this manually and see what happens. It'll probably end up working either way. I don't feel like going through the trouble of trying to install this with a different mod manager. I'm good on that. All right, we're gonna quit the game right here. Now I'm finna go over here, open up this mod manager, and drop the file in. Okay, so no camera moves, got that fixed. Native camera tweaks. What do they want me to do for this one? Native mod loader. Native mod loader. Okay, so I'm gonna just download it automatically with Vortex. That'd be a lot easier. Okay, so we actually have some type of success. So I wasn't tripping. Normally, you can tell if you tweaking or not by simply going to the mod community to see if anybody has made a mod for the particular issue you're dealing with. Almost done. Okay, so let me do this. No camera move. Recorded no camera move tag. Wait, where the fuck is it? Okay, ranged attack, no camera move. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, I hate when people mislabel mods and shit. It really grinds my gears. All right, so when we reload the game now, we should be able to fully control the camera in ways that maybe we couldn't before. So let's just double check, make sure. Let's cue this game up real quick. when I tell y'all I was tired of the fucking camera issues, I tired, exhausted, bamboozled, confused. There was a complete lack of understanding on my part as to why the camera had to function to that limited capacity. That the depths of my soul could not fathom. Yeah, y'all can tell I'm autistic. It'd be little shit like that. That's just like I can't just let it slide. I really can't just let it slide. Like you gotta see me. Like something gotta change right now. Like say sight. All right, let's see if this should actually work.
Hurry, please! The goblins are on us! Open the bloody...
What's up?
Cannon!
And
All right, let's see if it continues to move the camera. If it does continue to move the camera, then it's probably then I probably have to install the other one differently. All right, so we got that one still moves the camera, but what about this one?
What do I have to lose?
Okay, so let me do this real quick. Because I think what I have to do is I have to refresh my mod order. So let me go over here, save. All right, export order to game. Then I gotta go over here to this other mod. Reopen close tab. Which one is this one? All right, move over here, native camera tweaks, blah blah blah. Oh wait, did I? Make sure I downloaded this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I understand it now. Because I downloaded this. I downloaded the manual version, but now I gotta download it through Vortex. Hmm. Let's delete this archive. Look at that. Okay, so they just didn't package their mod correctly. Once again, I wasn't tripping. Whoever just made the mod didn't do that shit right. All right, so that means I have to download this shit manually. It's fucking ridiculous. Then I gotta go to the mod loader and click and drag this shit in instead. Kind of dumb, but oh, okay. So it's not. It's a different camera shape that it's getting rid of. All right. So the mod I was originally looking at that's supposed to still at work, but it's a chill day so far. Hey, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're having a chill day at work. But the mod that I was originally looking at, it stops the camera shake, but there's another camera shake that one of my other mods already stops, so I didn't notice it. So basically, when you choose your spell and you go to aim at certain enemies, sometimes the camera will move in and out based off of where your cursor is on the screen or where your little, reticle is on the screen. And it'll cause you to attack the ground and shit sometimes. But I already have another mod that gets rid of that, so I didn't have to worry about that. So I thought the camera mod was gonna get rid of the other shaking. I found a second mod that gets rid of all of the limitations on the camera controls. But like, let me do something real quick. Wait, is mine? How's it not? Oh, there we go. I just had to make sure y'all can actually hear me. But this other mod that I'm looking at for the camera shit, it removes all of the limitations. So instead of me having to consistently readjust the camera and be irritated because I can't get closer or I can't get further away, this other one is pretty much a whole camera overhaul, but it requires you to do a bunch of extra shit. So it can get a little frustrating because you have to go through the trouble of clicking and dragging certain things from the file you downloaded into uh, Steam's Steam's package file for the game itself. Browse local files. Go here. All right, so now you got to go here with it. Okay. Bin. It's in the bin, right? Well, there's gate 3/bin. Okay, yeah. So I have to copy this address, go here, and extract all to here. Okay, so that should do it. So when I go back in this game, I should have no problem controlling the camera. So let's try this again. If it doesn't work, I might end the stream. I'm not gonna lie. I might crash out and end the stream. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, see, ranged attack, no camera move. That's how I know this shit actually worked this time. Because normally when you add mods or get rid of mods, it will pop up and show you, hey, this shit ain't working. Okay, so now I know. No camera shake for ranged attacks and spells and shit. Let's see if it actually worked and doesn't just pop up. Because we've been streaming for 44 minutes and I just been trying to get past this first little battle. I'm gonna have to end the stream and do a whole another stream that's literally just the actual fucking gameplay. That's crazy work. All right, so let's try this one more time. First, we're gonna test.
Open the what? Got shit.
Damn no.
All right, so first we're gonna test this one out. It actually worked. All right, so we know that one works. All right, so that one works 100%. Now we gotta go to the other mod, right? And we gotta see if that one works too. Boom. So this one, all right, I already got the native mod loader working because I put it in the right file, so that's neither here nor there. All right, now let me go to my files real quick and see what is native camera tweaks. Extract all to here. Controller support. Dead zone tweak, okay. Place the native camera tweaks. Native mods, bin/native mods, okay. Okay, so y'all want me to go. Y'all want me to go back to the file that the game is stored in. Then okay, so installation, Baldur's Gate bin, native mods. All right, did that. If this doesn't work, it's not me. I know for a fact because I did it right. I read the directions. I followed the directions exactly as detailed. At first, I was going to end the stream and then start a new stream all over again with the with all of the stuff, but I decided against it. I'm gonna just show y'all all of my frustration, all of my pain and suffering. All right, so let's do this. Continue. Range detect, no camera move, blah blah blah. So this mod, I think it replaces the native camera. So instead of it just popping up as, oh, you have a new mod, we just straight up replace the file. So I don't think it's gonna show me anything of that nature. For this particular mod. Let me go here. All right, I should be able to tell almost immediately. All right, so pitch. Okay, so they were wrong about that, and I think I know what they got wrong. Sometimes the modding community makes the mistake of like assuming certain shit is gonna work, and I think I know exactly why it didn't work. Because you don't have to create a new folder or any of that shit they said on the website. What you're supposed to do probably is literally drop that shit into the same bin file that all of your other shit is in. So let's go back. Let's go in here. This. Okay. And I think I'm pretty sure I can just take this shit and move it here. Because obviously it wasn't working where it was at before. So let's try this again. All right, native mod loader, got that. Camera tweaks, then native mods. All right, so I'm gonna minimize this. And if the shit don't work, then once again, it's not me. I swear I followed the directions. All right, open this game up one more time. And I don't think I'm gonna crash out and end the stream. I think I would just end the stream to see if I can get these settings to work properly. And then if they didn't work properly, I would just probably wait till tomorrow to stream. says it removed the zoom limit. You know, I'm really trying to be patient. But one of my pet peeves is shit not working the way it's advertised. Hmm. Okay, so locally stored info about the mod is wrong or the mod was removed. Okay, so the info was just fucked up. All right, so I figured out what the issue is. There are is certain people in the modding community that are always convinced that they did everything correctly the first time around, when it's a bunch of different ways shit can go wrong, and they'll just leave certain directions as is without ever updating it based on different people coming in and saying, hey, there's clearly a fucking issue. Um, this is basically one of those cases. So whoever did this shit, they're basically convinced that they did it the right way because it just so happened to work for them. So now that I'm trying to figure out how to do it correctly, and I keep following directions and those directions aren't working, it's like, yeah, it's just one of them situations. So now I have to go looking for other people on the internet who figured out how to get around this shit simply because uh these dickheads didn't want to do it the right way. So DDL, native camera tweaks DDL, and native camera tweaks TOML. All right, so we finna do this. Because I think I figured it out again. So camera move, folder. So I was looking through some of the comments, and some of the people on this particular mod said that when trying to use this mod, they noticed their files kept getting reset over and over again. So this is one of those mods that forces you to re-download the shit every single time. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So now I have to reinstall the same shit that I just fucking installed. Because these motherfuckers, when you extract the file, you don't extract the raw files. What you end up extracting is a bin folder. There's already a fucking bin folder listed in the shits. Why would you have me extract a brand new bin folder when there's already a fucking bin folder in the actual game files? Dumbass. So basically you're sitting here like, oh, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? I extracted the files. It's because they basically put the files that you need in a whole nother folder that's titled bin. So when you extract the shit to the game files, all you end up with is a folder that says bin instead of the actual DLL file. Dumb as hell. So in turn, what you then have to do is you have to go into the fully extracted bin folder, double click that to get to the actual the DLL files you need, and then click and drag that shit over to the folder. Dumbass. And it still might not even work. So I'm gonna try this shit one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna just end the stream and mess around with this a little bit and maybe hop on stream later for like a painful ass part 2. God damn. At least the first one worked. So I don't got to worry about the camera shaking every time I use an attack or some dumb shit. That was already frustrating enough as it was. Like I was already irritated about that goofy shit. But trying to get this other mod to work is a pain in the ass, bro. I swear to God it is. And I don't even believe in that nigga. Got me about to fucking change religious beliefs and shit out of pure frustration. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I finally got it to work. Y'all see?
Open up, or I'll break all you
Finally.
down.
Bruh, I was really about to quit the fucking stream and just be like, hey, you know what?
Please just
I'm gonna just
listen
work
to
on
me.
this shit tomorrow.
They're almost on us.
So here we go. We finally got the camera to fucking work. We just had to download some mods. You know, a part of me really wants to clip this shit and just redo the whole fucking stream. But you know what? I'm not gonna do that. What I am gonna do, instead of just streaming a completely different day, I'm gonna end this stream and then turn the stream right back on. So just refresh the page and I'm gonna be right back. That way I can title this stream technical difficulties and then title the next stream the actual, the actual shit that it is. So it's not goodbye. It's just be right back because I'll see you shortly. So see you shortly.